Hey everyone, it's FinalRound and my name is Jordan. I hope you are all doing well. I'm filming this very early. There are just a few lines out. For the ones I do have lines for, you'll see an image that comes up on the screen. That'll be from a data app called Outlier. There'll be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial. If I don't have the line, I'll show you how they've been doing recently or with a specific player out. But what I have done with the past few videos is point out the back-to-backs because this is pretty important when it comes to picking players and picking lines. Know who's tired, know who's fresh, know who's at home and tired, know who's at home and fresh or been on the road. So we have the Magic. They're going to be at home on a back-to-back versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are fresh. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won 7 straight games with Evan Mobley and Darius Garland out. I expect this to be a really tough game for the Magic. Both teams have been great defensively. The over-under on this is pretty low. Next will be the Celtics, who will be on the road on a back-to-back versus the fresh Mavericks. So just be careful with Celtics props here. They will be traveling and then playing a game against a fresh team. And then the Suns will be on a back-to-back at home versus the fresh Bulls. So let's jump into the first pick. Got to go back to it. He did great for us. It's Dame versus the Pistons. Pistons are giving up the most points to the point guard position now, and Dame's line was 24.5 just a couple of days ago. The Pistons put up a fight in every single quarter versus the Bucks, and now they're playing in Detroit again, and they have Dame's line at 26.5, so they just bumped it up by 2. Versus the Pistons this year, he's at 34-33, which was a blowout, which is important, which means he can still hit this line in a blowout and only playing 30 minutes. But if it's a close game like it was before, he scored 45 points against them. They don't really have anyone that can stop him. They didn't slow him down in any of the quarters. So I like Dame in this matchup. Second pick is going to be Joel Embiid versus the Spurs. The spread is pretty high on this. This has very high blowout potential, but I like him over 11.5 first quarter points. Joel Embiid plays all 12 minutes of the first quarter. You'll see here on Outlier, he's gone over this in 4 straight games. And the Spurs just played against the Wizards, and the Wizards didn't have Gafford. They had Marvin Bagley playing at the center position, and Marvin Bagley scored 11 points in the first quarter in just 8 minutes of play. So we know Wembanyama is going to be on a minutes restriction. He's only going to play 5 or 6 minutes. They don't really have anyone that's going to be able to stop Joel Embiid out there. So I expect him to get a ton of shots up. If Marvin Bagley can get close to hitting this line in 8 minutes, I really like Joel Embiid to do that. And if you guys could you please like the video? And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? Last time I asked for your favorite burger joint. I did learn that there is a Shake Shack near me, and I've never tried it before, but a lot of people said that that's their favorite, so I'm gonna have to give that one a try. Other than that, you can just leave an emoji or say hello, and it all works out. So next pick, I don't have the lines here, but we are going to try to take advantage of the Celtics being on the road, being on a back-to-back. They struggle against the point guard position. So we have Luka Doncic here, who's scoring 37 points over his last 5 home games. And the Celtics give up the 6th most points and the 4th most 3-pointers made to the point guard position. So you can take a look at Luka's 3-point line if depending on where these lines come out at. So that's 37 points last 5 games at home. And then he's averaging 3.8 3-pointers made. So I imagine his line's going to be at like 3.5 3-pointers made. Anything higher than that will probably be too high for him. And then next pick, Trae Young is going to be out with a concussion. So we have the Kings versus the Hawks. No Trae Young. The Hawks are very soft against the power forward position, and Keegan Murray has been playing pretty well as of late. Just last game, he scored 27 points against the Pacers, and over his last 5 home games, he scored 18 points with 7.5 rebounds and just 1.8 3-pointers made. He's actually been cold from the 3-point line, but the Hawks are giving up the 2nd most points and the 2nd most 3-pointers to the power forward position. So he's been cold from 3, like I said, but definitely keep an eye out on his points line. I've seen it recently around 17.5, so that's probably where we should see it at. And before I get into this last pick, I want to shout out my partners, Sleeper, Underdog Fantasy, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. Use promo code FinalRound11 on any of these. I'll match your first deposit up to $100, and Sleeper will do it up to $500. So there'll be links in the description that'll take you straight to these apps with the promo code, and thank you to anyone that uses these. In this last pick, since Trae Young is out, someone's got to step up for the Hawks. At first, I wrote down Jalen Johnson because the Kings aren't that great against the power forward position. So it's going to depend on where his lines come out at. But I looked up Dejounte Murray and how he's done with Trae Young out this year. He's played in 3 games with him out this year, and he has averaged 25 points and 10 assists and 4 rebounds. So he's played great. And then I checked the matchup with the Kings. They're giving up the 13th most points, 3rd most rebounds, and 10th most assists to the point guard position. So I think this is going to be a really good spot for Dejounte Murray. We'll see where they put his lines out at, but that's 25 points, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds. You could go anywhere here depending on where the lines are at. And if you're wondering why I'm filming so early, it's because I work a full-time job. I can't do these in the morning. So when the lines do come out, I have a Discord. The link is in the description. It's free. You can hop on in there, and there will be discussion going on about the lines all day long. As new ones come out and as the bench players come out, there's always good value there with the bench players, especially guys like Sam Merrill for the Cleveland Cavaliers, who's been on fire as of late. And also, it takes me time to dig up this information. If you do well with it and you feel like giving back, I have a Cash App and Venmo in the description. You can donate back to the channel, and thank you to the people who do donate. I want to say thank you to everyone for your comments about family first on the last video. I understand family is always first, and I shouldn't apologize for taking days off, but still, you guys are on the priority list for me. I do enjoy doing this. So I'm going to try my best to stay consistent, and I know I'm taking days off every once in a while. I really just wanted to know your favorite burger place, and I didn't get much of those comments from everyone. It was more of like family first, man, and I appreciate it. I get it. But anyway, good luck to you on Monday. God bless you all. It's the final round. My name is Jordan. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.